All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming with a short message, a short message. I will say that I want to speak on some things that's actually taking place in the world today. Um, I remember a while back me telling you all that I sat back and watched Michael Jackson on This Is It video. And I was explaining to you all, I've seen it so many times, y'all. I've seen it so many times, over and over and over. And what I was doing was capturing behind the scene. And when I said behind the scene, I was watching it and I could understand behind it. I would have never thought the way I thought about him after watching it over and over and over and over because I kept, each time I watched This Is It, I saw something behind something. And it told the story. Sister Deborah is not a person that ever been into singers or Michael Jackson or no one, not even the gospel singers, unless I can find the anointed in a song, a gospel song. And if I don't find the anointing, I don't deal with it. Like a lot of people would say, BB and CC, I don't find no anointing really behind their music. And that's probably because I knew he was gay from the beginning and it ran in her family. You know, it's a lot of darkness in their family, and a lot of people don't know nothing about it. And they don't care nothing about it. They just wanted the music. So that's why they didn't have no problem with slinging their music to both sides. But I looked at Michael thing probably more than 20 times. I know I had. And I would stay up, just constantly keep watching, because every time I would hear the songs that he was saying, I could hear behind hearing. And now today, everybody is talking about Michael Jackson been saying it. He been telling the truth all this. I'm sitting here saying, why is it when these Europeans come up, they have to tell us that this man been telling the truth? Why couldn't we as a people hear the truth? Why didn't we know the truth? Like I said, I'm the type of person, I don't listen to his music. He's not my type of guy. And even if he was, that's not the type that I listen to. But when he passed away, I had the thrift store. And when I would purchase things at a state sale, I found myself getting I think I had 3 of his movies. This Is It, the last one he did. I had 3 of them, never been opened. So I said, I'm going to keep one of these. And just one night I said, I'm going to look at it, go through it and just look at it. And I was stunned. I was like, that guy is telling us everything. He was. And what he was saying, hearing behind I told everybody I knew that he's telling us something. He told us, did. He's saying stuff that already was happening. In that last movie that video he had, This Is It, he was telling all the stories, y'all. He was telling all the truth of reality that was behind everything that was going on. Did I see behind his living coming up as a little child? Yes. I seen it way back. Not so much as when he was a little boy, but I seen it in the realm of the spirit where I'm listening to him in this video and I can see what took place with him. And that's what made me keep watching and watching. I couldn't believe what I was seeing behind seeing. Okay. A lot of people don't understand the gifts that the Father has poured out. A lot of them, 100%, very powerful gifts. And being so people didn't believe or have not understood or understand the gifts that was poured out, even to this very day. They were. And one of mine was hearing behind hearing. I could hear behind hearing. He's saying one thing, but I can hear something else. You know, that's how it was when I was watching This Is It. And every time I'm watching, I'm saying, wait a minute, I can hear something. Not only can I hear something, I can see something behind this. It was always something behind. And it caused me to be real sad for him. Because every song, something was revealed to me behind it. With his life, they did have him. They did everything they want to him. But because he was a singer, they always allowed him to come back to what he was. Because he was famous singer. Even though he was a child, he was still yet to the world a very important person. Their whole idea, they just wanted him out there to break him. And they did. But this daddy signed to it. The dad signed to it knowing that they were going to do that with him. The dad approve of it. And I have, Sister Deborah, that's why I say sometimes I'll be trying to figure out how could so much darkness leave here without paying the consequences. Maybe the fire going to be extra hot where they going. Because I'm like, even coming up, I remember seeing behind seeing that this little child father has sold him out. Yes, he did. But you notice the family wouldn't tell nothing. Even to today, they know that the agreement was every last one of them would lose their life if Ann one of them opened their mouth. See, a lot of you all don't know that. That is what's been taking place and how all this wicked and evil have gone on for so many years. Because everybody was afraid of what they would really do because it was known that's what they would do. It was known. So I listened to his thing all that time. And it hurt each time I listened. I think it was like 3 hours. I watched the whole 3 hours. Started over again. Because it was so much I learned behind what was being videoed. His hurt, his pain, his suffering, his endurance, what his daddy did. I never thought that he was like that from the beginning. I think as a child, I think this is what they turned him into. And that's why he was ashamed of his body. And that's why he always wanted to remain looking like a child, in a child's body. You know what I'm saying? Because he felt that his life was stolen, his childhood. And I believe it was. And I mean all kind of ways, y'all. No telling how many men had him. But I stand back and I watch how this world been ran by men. And people today have no idea all these missing children all over the world. Millions. All these child sex trafficking. All these organ trafficking. These are all power that this world has given men. I knew it. Everybody wants to make everybody think that, hey, they kings, they leaders, they rulers. And I'm just not talking about Judah with that stuck on stupid mindset, but I'm talking about president, government, world leaders. When y'all finish, I don't know why nobody can't see who's at the table. When you see all those elites, those billionaires, I don't know why the world can't see who's at the table. Man. They would never come to own that thing. All the men in the world should have came up and brought that to some sort of light. That's why the darkness is not going to be brought down until the Father bring it down. Because the world loves that darkness. The world has hid the darkness. The world has fed the darkness. The world has blessed the darkness. And that's why the darkness has so much victory. It's because the world has given it to them. And if nobody can't see it, what's in the world today is really the sickness of men. That's how easy it was for them to steal a woman's identity. And when they done that, that very power that was given to her to be over the world was taken from her from the beginning. And this is why the power is so wicked and evil today, because the power is out of order. It wasn't supposed to be men. It was supposed to be women. Now, are there some women like Oprah? Oprah is just the puppet. Is she playing a big role in it all? Yes, she is, because she's doing the worst of the worst. The organs and all that sort of stuff. Yes, eating that mess. And yes. Don't think they're going to use her for anything outside of the dirt, the worst of the worst. People, these things are going on and have been going on. And you know what? Only the Father himself going to bring it down. And I'm going to make sure I speak on that every time. Because the only one going to bring that stuff down is him. I'm just so amazed in how long it has gone on. I am. And I said, can it get any worse than what it is? I sit back even thinking of myself. And I think about what had entered into my zone and where I live. Shouldn't have been in here, but it was. And I can still stand before you and tell you that they have entered in. So I don't have the privacy as you all might have. See, a lot of you all think you come here and you listen to Sister Deborah and you feed off of spirit and truth, but you have no idea you're coming and getting something that you ain't gonna get nowhere else. And never have you gotten from anywhere else. So they know that too. That's why they have entered into my zone. My zone, I felt, should be a place of peace, safety, assurance. They got through. Do you think they got through because I'm nobody in what is truth, which is spirit and truth, meaning knowing the words that I'm speaking or what has been in the scrolls or in the word that is in the covenant, the Ark of the Covenant? You think they don't know that? And when they hear somebody talk it, then they know who's who and who's not. I can guarantee you, they can have anybody they want. They ain't gonna worry about them telling no truth because they ain't speaking no truth. They're not, see, they're not threatened by people who have millions, mega church, millions of members and millions of subscribers and many, and they talking on YouTube like they know the creator, like they know the most high, like they breaking it down and breaking it down. They making video after video after video, and they making big dollars. They're not afraid of them making money. They're not afraid of million people following them. They're not afraid of nothing they're saying. We got to send something to that house that we know that somebody is saying something true. And I sit back and I say, how dare people take what you said like they would have to be dark coming in the midst that don't even know truth in any shape, form, or fashion. Even the elites knew truth. Because if so, they wouldn't invade my zone. You see? When I think of that, I think of in my bedroom, in my bathroom, I'm being seen, I'm being watched. While you all sit in your comfort zone, do nothing to serve the Most High Yah. Do nothing but sit and wait for Sister Deborah to speak spirit and truth, to give you seeds or to plant seeds in the midst of you or in you. Your zone haven't been invaded. Nobody has entered into your comfort zone. You can probably change and move about and do whatever you want because they ain't worried about you. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't nobody. You're not a threat to them. Most likely 99.20 billion, you won't ever be. So this is what also is nerve-wracking to me. Have they invaded your house, your quiet zone, your place of comfort? Since they have here, I think about me dressing in my bathroom, taking a shower, taking a bath. If they can come in like that and go out like that, I don't have no privacy. And why is that? Why is that? Because I serve a true and living creator, which they know is saying the real truth. They're not even worried about you even getting it. They're just worried about me saying it. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a real good example. You remember the king, the son that was said to send the 3 wise men to tell where the baby, the little Messiah was being born, to let him know? You remember that? He sung them with what? Fragrance, money, all kind of things. Why? He wasn't caring about the mama, Mary, Joseph. He needed to know where that Messiah was going to be, where that star is at. So he sent them out as if he was giving them things. But the plan was, soon as they come back and tell him exactly where he was, they were going to kill the baby. You see? And I say that to you all while you out in your cozy, private living space area where your privacy has not been invaded. You can change, you can bath without worrying about your privacy, because you know what? They ain't coming for you. Yeah, right. You think they coming for Joe Osteen, TD Jake, or TD Jake's daughter, Joyce Meyer, and all these other melanated pastors that's gotten big and got mega churches and big churches? I remember that other guy. I can't think of his name. He's a very attractive man, and he got his church. They ain't gonna bother him. And that's why I say to you all, there's too many sick people. It's a lot of sick people out here. A lot of sick people out here. You got more enemies than you think you got subscribers. For real, for real. These people, they're not worried about you. You ain't saying nothing. The Ruach in you, as you say he is, but the Ruach in me is saying something. Somewhere it got to be listed somewhere. It's a threat to them. They know what is on in the scrolls. They know they have the Ark of the Covenant. They know they hear everything everybody's saying, everybody's speaking. They hearing it. And they know who's the real deal and who don't be worried about it. So when you see all these subscribers and all these likes, those are sellouts, baby. They are sellouts. But then people don't understand, it's nothing in their spirit to understand you. Because they so busy chasing behind darkness. Darkness is chasing behind them. And they both going in circles. Darkness going in circles and you going in circles. So I say unto you all, Sister Deborah is going to always be a servant of the Most High Yah, a child of the kingdom. The Most High Yah shall live in me, and through me will he give me the words to speak unto you. And many people are in the wrong place, in spirit and in flesh, because they can't think with sense. That why are you on this page? Are you really learning? Are you seeing the light? Are you understanding spirit and truth? What are you getting here? What is this page doing for you or to you? If the darkness of the darkness can sense something's coming out of the servant of the Most High Yah's mouth, what happens to people who hear it but hear not? They'll never hear it. They'll never get it. It's not meant for. So I, Sister Deborah, would also like to say to you, you all be very careful out there. I am grateful that he got his set aside. I am. I am. Always did. He always had them set aside. He told you, you can't pluck knives out of my hand. But there's a reason why they invade this house. It ain't because they didn't know who I am. Who I am is who they know who I am and with whom I belong to. Based on just the words alone that 99.9 of you all don't even get. How is the darkness of this world get it? But those who claim to be the light, claiming, don't get it. Don't get that their spirit is being fed. They're learning. They're hearing things and learning things they never heard nor learned before. And they come over and over and over and sit in dark places as if they're fully entitled with a hateful heart, an envy, and a pride mind. And y'all will let them sit there and sit there and sit there. And after a while, by and by, all that time, that pride, envy, self-centered, that hate will vice versa on them. So I said to you, be very careful out there with your mouth. Your words travel. Your thoughts travel. Because when you're speaking evil, evil is speaking in you and out of you. Especially toward the servants of the Most High God. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you all, so many things going on in the world today. And the world is loving it. So much is going on. And the only problem I have, and do I have a problem? Yes, I have a problem seeing in the spirit realm that people are loving the chaos. It brings them so much energy to hear all this wicked and evil going on. It don't bring them sorrow. It don't bring them heartache to the point where they shouldn't be, oh, this is just horrible. This is not good. They don't care. It's because people say, well, it ain't me. It ain't. Wait a minute. Hold on, baby. But it's the prophecies that spoke. That alone should be something you teaching and preaching. Instead, oh, it ain't me. It ain't my life. They doing it. They doing it. I'm not a part of that. You are. Because it's in your heart to be a part of the same hate, pride that they are. So much of it going on, you guys. It's like people are loving darkness. They loving it. And they choosing it as a way of living. Yes, it's many. Are they following the multitude? That's the only way I could see it. It's the multitude going in the way, and they looking at, can't all of them be wrong? I'm following them. And that's what make people go in them same directions and start to feel and talk about. Like I told you all years ago, they put an album, The Darkness put an album on YouTube and play it. Everybody go run, make a video about it. And they stay on it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And they really think that's okay. They do. They think all of that is okay. Mm-hmm. So I, Sister Deborah, just wanted to say a little something, something to upload this here, up this video. But I think also this, and I'm going to say it. Know where you stand today. In this day, know where you stand. Because tomorrow, you won't. Know where you stand today. Because tomorrow, you subject not to know. Really. Whose side you're on. So I, Sister Deborah says, shalom and shalom.